Products in 2020 are receiving major glow downs, ladies and gentlemen. In a time period where glowing up is all the rave, yes, you heard it right. Products are receiving a glow down, and today I'm going to be telling you guys the best TVs you can buy for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and next-gen gaming in general right now, without any waiting or anything like that. So we're going to dive into the video, smack a like on it for just getting to the point. So if you want a 32-inch television, I've seen a lot of requests for this lately, you want to look at something like the Samsung Q50 series. It's going to be your best bet, quantum dot color, and a bunch of the other features that you would find on the higher end sets. Now, it is not going to be full array local dimming, and that's going to be the kicker. If you want that, your only option is to go with the Vizio D series, albeit the Vizio D series does not have the quantum dot support, so that's something you may want to weigh up. Now, if you want something a little better, then you might want to look at the Hisense H8G, because it's still under $500, and that's a great deal to you because it goes all the way up into even 75 inches, where of course you'll pay a little bit more money, but nothing like a 75-inch at that price point would obviously cost, you know? I mean, you're talking 75 inches ain't cheap. And so if you wanted something that was a cheap 75-incher, but still receive quantum dot color, full array local dimming, and Dolby Vision, all the stuff that you hear about, then that's going to be the best way of doing it on a budget. Now, I don't recommend anything more than 65 inches officially, so that's just what I'll say there. If you want to go up more than 65, that's on you, because that's not what I recommend personally. But yeah, I think that's going to be your best bet. When you talk about the best TV under $1,000, you don't want to spend too much more than that. Maybe you want to look at a 55-inch television. Obviously, the Hisense H9G is going to be a solid recommendation for right now, because you're not going to see a bunch of the next generation technologies fully utilized right now. And I always speak to 4K 30 being the standard again for open world games, and the baseline being 4K 60 instead of 30 FPS again. So I think that's going to be pretty much where you're going to sit at 120 hertz. That's not going to be happening on these machines often at all. I mean, Xbox Series X has the greatest chance of it happening more often on any games, but honestly, on PlayStation, you're lucky if you get that at all, because it's just not that kind of party. Now, that being said, that means that HDMI 2.0 TVs are still very relevant in 2020 and well beyond 2020, though there are people that want more things like lossless files with eARC and things like that, and you do need full bandwidth HDMI 2.1. That's why I give the LG C9 such a hard time, because if you're going to go HDMI 2.1 for future-proofing, don't half-ass it, right? And that's just all I'm saying there. Now, when we go into this 55-inch bracket, though, it gets really competitive, okay? So Vizio is going to be another brand that if you want to wait a little bit more and you don't want to buy right now, I would definitely wait for them, because on paper, they're the biggest improved brand I've seen so far. I don't know of anybody who's tried harder than Vizio on paper right now, so we have to see how they actually perform. TVs like the Vizio P Series Quantum, Quantum X, and their OLED that is going to be $12.99 for the 55-inch variant, a definitely welcome addition into the TV world. So let's see how they do. Outside of that, I know people are looking at the Sony X900H. I do not recommend the 900H. It couldn't even beat my 2017 Sony X900E. So what, Quantum? What's the big deal? The big deal is TVs are being glowed down because people keep buying glowed down televisions. So wait for them to glow up again, because honestly, Sony used to be fantastic with TVs like the 930E, the Z9D, which is like a legend at this point, because it's been that long since Sony has made image quality at that level. Need I say more? Now, we're going to go on to talking about the 65-inch crowd that maybe wants a 65-inch high-end experience. For them, I would say if you're looking for G-Sync for PC gamers, then obviously you'd look at the LG C9. I would not waste my money seriously on the C10, because it's a half-baked HDMI 2.1 TV. In my personal view, from what I know about 40 gigabits per second and why 48 is very important, it makes a difference. And there are a lot of people that are going to market TVs and not review them, and they're going to tell you everything is awesome, it's okay, buy this from me at this affiliate link, and not tell you any of the bad things about what I'm going to be showing you with all of these content pieces that I put out. And so I'm going to sound like the crazy guy here, but if you listen to me, you'll learn what 26,000 other people know about Quantum TV. That I just kind of put it as it is, and if it hurts your feelings, it needs to happen, because we're all going to find a better solution as one becomes available. Now, that means, again, all HDMI 2.1 TVs right now, or 2.0 TVs, are pretty much good right now. But for HDMI 2.1, again, I would not look at Samsung this year. They are taking a year off. Their TV lines are downgraded to a disgusting degree. Again, same can be said about Sony. A lot of people are putting a lot of stock in Sony, but only the Sony X900H has the HDMI 2.1. Massive oversight or undersight from Sony. I think they could have done so much better, but that's just where I'll leave that. I think if you want just like a solid picture quality, the AAG is a solid picture quality for OLED, but the LG C9 is going to be the best option for somebody looking for G-Sync and things like that. I mean, I don't know. You're talking 65 inches. Again, it goes back to those TVs that are kind of already on the market right now. You can look at a Vizio P-Series Quantum X right now. I think that'd be a decent television. I've seen them go for as low as $899. $999, right? So that's pretty good. You've got the TCL Q825 going for $999 now. I think that's a fair price. Again, HDMI 2.0, not 2.1, because again, you'll be fine in 2021 and well beyond that even. Now, the argument kind of comes into play where we're talking about future stuff that hasn't come out. And that's where I say, wait, don't blow your wad of cash early, right? Because I can't tell you honestly and confidently that if you buy a Sony AAG or LG C10 or C9 or H9G or any of these other 2020 TVs, that when they come out with dual layer Hisense technology, TCL Vidrian technology, Samsung next generation quantum dot technology, I can't tell you that that's not going to be better. That would be a damn lie. I can safely say that there would probably be some pretty noticeable upgrades from where we are right now. And if you want the best experience for PS5, Xbox Series X, or whatever you're watching, just in general, as a TV owner, it's best to wait until those technologies release and we can see what they do. But right now, the best and most improved brand right now would be Vizio, at least as far as across the board with everything from like price to what they're offering. They look pretty damn good on paper, I'm going to say. Now, I did notice that the Vizio is having a motion response time of 240 as far as what they're putting on paper for their motion effect. They're all obviously 120 native. But I think that speaks a lot to the limitations that you're going to see on OLED, so you might still have motion problems on OLED with Vizio. That's kind of one of the first signifying things that I saw, but we can only see with time. Everything else is their 960 motion, their clear action 960, I believe they call it. But yeah, that's the soap opera effect that some people complain about, but I love it. I think soap opera effect is amazing. I know there are like 8 people that just hit the dislike. You're not a real professional calibrator. Who likes soap opera effect? I mean, I love hyper realism. I love the real world, and I want to feel like I'm on set or in my content. So that's why I like it. I don't like film grain and low frame rates and like all that other stuff. That's not my thing. So that's just like me personally. I'm not like one of those image purist snobs. I'm more of like, wow me and make me see my fucking money, right? Like, I paid you, show me what I paid for. And so hopefully these TVs that I recommend will do it for you. But honestly, 2020 is, again, yet another stopgap year, another glow down year, another downgrade year. It's very disappointing. We keep having this because you have channels with over 100,000 subscribers coming up like left and right, people with over 30, 40,000 subscribers coming up left and right saying, hey, there's nothing wrong with these products. Everything is awesome. By the way, guys, thank you so much for what you do. Buy from my affiliate links. Everything's always perfect in these reviews. They never tell you what's wrong. They leave it for you to find out, and by the time that happens, you're just some hater on their page talking about how they lied about a review from like 6 months ago.